Good evening and welcome to Netzach Yisrael's daily Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Shir. Tonight we're going to continue Siman Kuf Tzadi Vov 196, Hilchos Oinein B'Chol B'Shabbos V'Yom Tov, the halachas of an Oinein, someone who has not yet buried his relative, the halachas on weekday Shabbos and Yom Tov, Avoy Chof Beis Seif, and we're going to continue from Seif Yud Beis until Chof Beis. Seif Yud Beis. Meis Be'erev Shabbos Leis Mincha. If a person's relative died before Shabbos around Mincha time, but in Shia should cover Kodim Shabbos in a way that it would be impossible to bury this relative before Shabbos comes in, Mispalul Gam Mincha Be'erev Shabbos, then not only does he treat all Shabbos as if he's not an Oinein, but he also davens Mincha on Erev Shabbos. Seif Yud Gimel. Meis Be'erev Rishon Shel Yom Tov. If one dies on the first day of Yom Tov, if one wants to bury him that day through a Gentile, then immediately he has the halachas of an Oinein, where he can't make any brachas, can't daven, and he has to prepare for the burial. How much more so on the second day of Yom Tov, where halachically he's allowed to bury the deceased himself, that immediately he has the status of an Oinein, even if he doesn't want to bury or can't bury that person that day. Seif Yud Daled. One whose relative had passed away and literally the dead is lying before him on the night of the second night of Yom Tov. In a place where the custom is to bury the deceased through a Jewish person, then the halachas of aninus apply straight away even that night. He doesn't recite kiddush or eat meat, drink wine. However, on the first night of Yom Tov, however, on the second night, either on the first night or on the second night, where the custom is that the dead are only buried through Gentiles, then that night one should not act in as a status of an Oinein. Siv Tesvav. Misha Haya Oinein b'Motzi Yom Tov. One who is an Oinein on the night after Yom Tov, on Motzi Yom Tov, Yavdol b'Yom Shel Achrav. You can make Havdalah the following day. Aval Achakach, but not after that. Ki Havdalah Shel Yom Tov in Zman Ha'ela Tzeifa Yom Shel Achrav. Unlike Shabbat, where one has until Tuesday, the Havdalah of Yom Tov, one can only say it the day afterwards. Sif Tezayin. Oinein sheyesh lo ben Amol. An Oinein who, before he's buried the relative, he also has to make a bris milah for his own son. If it's possible to bury the dead before they come out of shul for a shachris in the morning, then those who are burying the dead should daven first. They should then bury the dead, and then make the bris milah, so he's no longer an Oinein. And if it's impossible to bury the dead that early, nonetheless they should make the bris milah for the child in the morning in shul. The sanduk, instead of the father, should say the bracha, because when one is faced with burying and bris milah takes precedence. Seif Yud Zayin. Oinein ba'Orla ba'asa b'Nisan, an Oinein on the night before Pesach, the night of the 14th of Nisan, where he's supposed to check for chametz. He should set a shliach, a proxy, to check the chametz for him. Which is not a prayer; it's a statement saying that the chametz should be nullified, that he should say himself. Seif Yud Ches. Oinein b'leil sfiras ha'omer lo yisper b'layla, ela b'yom la'achar kavor yisper b'lei bracha. An Oinein on the night of Sfiras Omer, throughout the 49 nights when he's supposed to count, shouldn't count at night, but rather he should count at day after the burial without a bracha. Or and then because he's done so, he can continue counting afterwards on other nights without a bracha. With a bracha, because he's not forgotten the day. If he sees during the day that the aninus will continue tonight as well, then he should count even while he's an Oinein, but do so without a bracha, even at night. In order that he can continue counting other nights with a bracha. Ein Purim, the halachas of Ein and Purim, Ein Elsim and Kufna Malaf Sif Chaf. See what we wrote earlier on 141. Sif Yotes. Misha Meis Betfisa, one who dies while he's imprisoned, and the prison officer, the ruler, does not want to release the body for burial until they've paid the ransom. The relatives don't have the status of aninos. They don't even start sitting shiva because they have not yet given up hope of burying them. And they want to negotiate with the ruler, with the prison officer. Likewise, if the relatives of the dead are imprisoned and they cannot be involved at all in the necessary things for the burial, then they don't have the status of aninos either. In places where the rule is that you cannot bury the deceased until 48 hours, nonetheless, the oinain, the relative, is not exempt from the halachas of aninos, because certainly after that time they will bury him. And therefore, in the meantime, he has to dedicate himself to the respect of the deceased. To prepare the shrouds and the coffin, and to prepare people, to inform people of the funeral. However, we should be lenient on the second day of Yom Tov, and to exempt him from being an oinaim with this, because he can't bury him anyway because of the regulations. Sif Chafalach. In such places where we can't bury for 2 days, because we are concerned that the relatives will find it difficult to find people to do the Tara after 2 days have passed. And therefore, what we should do is we should do the Tara immediately after death, and to place him into a proper coffin with holes at the bottom. Therefore, once the body is placed in the Aron, the halachas of aninos are over, even though we've not yet buried him. And he can start sitting shiva already. However, we have to start counting the 7 days from when the coffin is closed. One who one's relative has passed away and he doesn't know. If there is no one else to be involved in the funeral preparations, then one has to inform him before he's davened, before anything. However, if there are other relatives, other people that can be involved in the funeral and the burial, one shouldn't inform this person until after he has davened. One whose wife has had a relative who's passed away, and she doesn't know. The husband needs to be stringent not to have relations with her. And Aninas is even more strict. Thank you for watching.